Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium. At any time the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll run this play from the pistol. Quick handoff. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard
Brother
line.
Bigums.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Keeping the play calling simple right now. I'm trying to get this
Halfway
team
there
posted.
on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Card in the backfield. It's Gonzalez. Puts one in the spin cycle. He's
Don't take the hit. Don't take the hit.
Play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort
But
by
you
the
live.
wide receiver. He catches
You
this
live
ball
to fight
way
another
short of
day.
the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender
Don't
miss,
get out of bounds.
now he's
Don't need
able
that
to get
wear
the
and tear
extra
going
yards and
crazy.
turn that into an explosive
What the
play.
heck am I running?
They'll have it at the 49, just across
How is
midfield,
it?
1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw.
What?
Quickly out to the tight end.
What up, gamer?
And a good job.
Welcome back, bro.
There as they stop it after just a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got
Appreciate that
size,
like,
he's got
man.
some
Appreciate the
athleticism.
like.
He's very difficult to cover one-on-one.
Man, you missed a good one. Just finished one in my other
Let's see
league,
what they've got
STE.
on 2nd down.
Tough game, man.
Quarterback
Tough.
checking the play. Power football with the run.
I did not mean to spin right
He's
there.
knocked down in the backfield.
Bigums don't have them.
And a
Bigums
great
ain't got
job
them
by the
jukes
linebacker.
like that.
You can tell
Bigums
starting
ain't
to
really
crowd the line of scrimmage, get
about
up the line of
that
scrimmage, see it,
shake and bake life.
diagnose it,
More
get
like
in the
put
backfield,
the
get
shoulder
the running
down.
back on the
I got to
ground
remember
for a
that when I
tackle
start
for the
playing
loss.
with him. That linebacker dropping. He ain't blitzing.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the
Whew,
air.
I saw him coming.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Horned Frogs
Should've
will
took the
call
check
on their
down.
punt team.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Man, I hadn't seen him play at all, man. I have no idea what type of offense he runs. Coming out of the trip section.
First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Wasting no time taking a shot.
What are you doing, bro?
That ball is hauled in inside
I
the
knew he was going to
35.
catch it. He just was running and not even
Quarterback
looking.
knew exactly where he
That
wanted
bro
to
just
go
threw
with
into
the
double
football, had
coverage
time,
and got away with
spins
it.
the ball deep.
Bruh.
Nice job by this offense.
Gonna be one of them
understanding
games.
what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30.
There you go.
They get him stopped after a pickup of
Boy,
5
Tecklenburg.
to the 28.
It's going to be important this
Rushes.
offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into...
Ooh, slot fade.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown,
That's
Tiger.
on me. That's
And
my
they break
man.
the seal on the scoring.
Forgot it was match.
And what a nice start for
Was
this
thinking
offense.
3.
The throw game
Forgot I was
getting
in match.
working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field.
Oh, I forgot this is Bigum. Bigum can't do all that. Tripping big, my bad.
That's exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run.
I saw the corner sitting late.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was
cover two hold shots, and I just completely missed it.
No game.
Son of
Line
a.
up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
This is TCU.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gets it out quickly. And they wrap him up.
The TCU Horned Frogs out of Funky Town.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense.
That's what we call Fort Worth, Funky Town.
And what better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
On the option. Now the pitch. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. This quarterback part of their running game. Ball is free.
Man, I tried to slide too.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big
Boy, this about to be one of them
the
games.
Guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right.
Back
they
to the
had
well.
The defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Takes a hit
Throw that. Let him throw that one. That's the one I want you to let him throw.
Fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Trying to get behind the defense. And that one's incomplete. They
Safety.
were just trying to move the chain.
Got in the way.
Trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46.
Got this. So this league doesn't let you use customs. So I don't have my desired flex bone in here.
TCU has it back in the Horned
specific
Frogs
book.
on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
God
those
dang
are
it.
frustrating when you got the offense
Trying to
moving
cut
a
back
little
behind
bit.
him there.
Put that thing on the deck, Jesse, but move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And
Dang
he'll
it.
step out
Trying
of
not to
bounds
get hit,
after
but I
a
wanted to
very
get the first.
productive play.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on 1st down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint, but does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the 1st down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
To the ground with the back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Missouri 7, TCU 0.
Second down here as they go back to
Dang
work
it.
after the break.
I want the audible out of this. I just wanted to look at the defense.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He caught it, and he will score.
Short on time there.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs. That
Good placement, though.
touchdown
I'm glad he put it back.
over
I thought he was
the
going
moment
to lead him improperly.
Big
Improperly
play,
meaning not the way I wanted him to.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on it. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department.
After that latest answer tied things up just about set.
Gotta
to
get some
kick it away
turnovers here.
again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice.
Bro, what the?
Find your guy. Find those plays that you know.
The crazy thing is, like, he's thrown 3 passes that are, like, literally right to where I'm running.
After that last completion, they'll try to pick it
And
up
my
on
guy
2nd
just
down.
gets there right on time, hits him,
Looking for a crease.
and it,
Able to pick up
you
a
know,
couple
in this
before he
case, hits
dragged
the
down
lineman.
19.
They're like, bro, I'm right there for a pick, and just keep missing.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it
That's us.
downfield.
Bro, I thought he was about to get that up. Oh, I thought he was about to let him catch that. That was late hands. He put his hands up late.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Oh,
Running it back, it's Frederick.
Woo.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
A little slow on my cut
the
there.
Offensive coordinator here. Let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
Oh, I thought he was going to miss him.
Looking for room at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
On the move.
Yeah, can he get there?
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
I definitely like being the quarterback coach in this game because he makes me look good. I mean, he makes me defend the whole field as a defense.
The Enrique, I missed the freaking field goal. Looking down at my freaking iPad.
Glide into the end zone and get 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors.
Trying to look at
Kevin,
his name. I was like, is it Enrique?
Different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Arkansas was anything but dominant today, but the Hogs are elite Razorback Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L-Cup. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the
Catch
country.
it.
Sounds like they had a good one there.
Yeah, great job by the linebacker, understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Leaves it with the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Boy, could they use a
Every
conversion
drive
on
we
3rd
done
and
missed
short from their own 24.
the opportunity for.
Looking to throw for it.
Oh shoot!
Now improvising. He's going to take off. He's
God,
run out of bounds, but he's got
I
enough
hit
to
circle
move
too
the
many
sticks.
times. One time I don't run a
So
freaking
many different levels. They
spot.
gotta read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Coming after it. And as he throws, can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. He leaves it with his back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. It hasn't been physical.
It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout.
Out of bounds.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have
challenge.
At least cut into this lead before the break. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits.
Ooh.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work. Snatches it off.
Better not get caught.
Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it to the house.
He's running too late. He's so big I'm out of here.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your
Give me that.
best player.
Pulls it in on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many.
I have to say, catch a freaking interception.
Going the other way, and he's got
Bro's been swatted down about 7 of them.
That's why quarterbacks
raising my voice on this lovely Tuesday. Monday.
Because these defenders, they're watching him. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They torch this defense with an explosive passing play for a score. Going for the big play.
We'll go for it again.
He got it. And he'll take it in.
I ran that thinking he was going to get back. Safety stepped up. Cornerback was running in mud.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so good.
I was looking to hit the out route or the dig on that one. That was my plan going into that one.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
I don't know what that was, but I ain't gonna look a good for us in the mouth either.
They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. The give. Nifty little dance step. He'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time. 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yaks, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some 1st down.
He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes a move. And the returner will be brought down. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Paul.
That's it, David. Just a couple of 1st downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
After the 1st down completion, it's 2nd and short. Got his man in the middle. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Got his man out of the backfield. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. A run for the quarterback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more
plays. I shouldn't have used that yet. Should have lined it up. 3rd and 1. How aggressive is he going to be?
After the last run, would you just
Might
give it
have
to him
action
again
here with
on
X.
3rd down?
If it's man.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it into the end zone.
I was about to kick the field goal.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like,
2nd receiving touchdown. I don't know what's going.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it.
All right, opened it up nicely.
Touchdown dart. On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return.
Good into the half. Started off rough.
They'll want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown.
Giving up some easy passes.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to start the 2nd half.
But once I saw these running kind of the same things,
Here he comes from
we were
inside
able
his
to
own
lock in a
5.
little bit.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it has.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Looking for more room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
He uses that one.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
I thought they were going to turn him and allow me to cut up between
on the
them there.
last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Didn't work out that way.
Right back to him on the ground. They
Doing
make
what
the
you can,
stop
Biggins.
after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
We'll run this. See what it's looking
They
like.
line up with some serious work to do. They want to convert this one.
Dang it. Nah, I'll just stick with it.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
And this is why defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, because guys like this have the football in their hand almost every single
Blitz
play.
coming.
3rd down, nothing open. He makes it happen himself. Now set up with a great scoring opportunity with 1st and goal.
They
Ah,
bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
man.
And listen, the offense has
I
had
knew
their
that
way,
was
and
open.
They've had so much success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not.
Touchdown, TCU!
Good job, Kier.
And the beatdown has ensued.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return
Ooh,
will
he
be
cleaned
brought
this clock
down.
right there. I like it.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder.
Good tackle there. Tackling is an issue with this squad.
I never know if it's
Definitely an
grammatically
issue.
correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great
Boy, number 8
execution.
came
They've done
through
exactly
clean on that.
what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
This offensive line better figure out a
I really don't want to run this because he's been playing the end on that side, but we'll see if he falls for it. Look at that D tackle. That's a cold play right there. That joker ran it for me. That's an easy first down if you don't do that.
3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.
Get there.
And
yes, sir.
Down it right there.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Lelito.
It's been that kind of day for this offense.
Thiago Lelito.
Anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run.
Probably not.
Flea flicker action.
Destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. Now facing a 3rd and long. Now they'll run the draw.
Safety. He's walking up slow. Attack.
Stop him from getting the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
I'm going to try out some defenses here. Didn't know what he got. I mean, the play call count is wild over here in these parts. Make it tough. 4 plays. So on 26, I'm hoping they separate those just as a league commissioner. It's tough to make that call because you're trying to limit the cheese on offense and also trying to not limit the defense, which is tougher to combat it.
Throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in
Tecklenburg just ain't got the speed to shift like I was trying to do right there. I was trying to shift to one and then jump to the next.
The coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Takes a hit as he releases it. Just
good pressure on that.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That
headed to the end zone.
I see you, Bigums. Bigums jumping over people. I sure ain't hit the button.
They give themselves a little more.
I like it.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Liberty has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 14 to SMU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. He chucks one out to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He's open on the right. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
He wants to take the top off. And that will be incomplete, man.
I'm not liking how my guys aren't animating like that.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He's not afraid to go deep. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. On the return, it's Frederick. Slips through the line. And there he goes.
I think that's my first Horned Frog punt return right there.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation.
Well,
yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
The quarterback takes a knee.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a
come
good
on,
bit,
man.
that's
Punt
probably
it.
not it. This offense
Don't give
needs
it
to
to me
hit
on the
gas.
22.
They need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
I ain't going to be able to run all the clock out.
They'll come up and take a knee.
Man, so many people always say, go for it, go for it, go for it. Well, you do have to deal with the negative side of that, too. When you don't get it, maybe you have an opportunity to
I had
get
another
it.
play right there. I wanted to run.
Not every game's the same.
Try to get this first, man. Get it to the 2-minute warning, and then
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense
let
is
it
able
go
to
from
stop
there.
him.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
If I can get the first here, clock will run to the 2-minute
They
warning.
move the
And,
tight end
shoot.
all over. An unforced
God
error
dang it, I
there. They
forgot
don't
this
get
was
the
a
snap off in
motion.
time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a
Thought it was
penalty
just
like
a regular
that.
inside
Second
zone.
down coming up. Quarterback will audible. Back to the ground game.
Block.
They get him
61.
stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at
Not
the
the brightest
17.
goal, huh?
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory.
I'm not trying to throw it here. I just want to be able to get this. Get this first so I can take a knee and end it.
They try to pop a run on the draw.
There we go.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first
run through
down.
his chest.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Well, this one had all
right, good dub. We'll take it. That second quarter changed it all right there.
Splattered them, an absolutely dominating performance.
That first quarter, boy, he had me.
Ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivate.
But there was just some wild stuff happening, man.
All 3 phases we saw, just
Catching passes and double coverage with no animation from my guys. Like, it was just like weird.
It's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about.
18 to 19, though. Ooh, that boy, that was cooking. He was hunting completions.
That's going to do it.
I like it.
For Jesse Palmer, David Pollock,
Bigums couldn't really get popping too much. He had this one over 20, which was 20 exactly. Couldn't really get popping. Pinto had more runs because of them last 3 kneels, but he had 6 of them. Gonzalez had a good game. Excellent distribution, though. Spreading it out. I like that. No drops. 5 tutties. Gave up 1 sack. Halfback. How did my halfback have 7? Is my halfback on? No way. No way. I can understand if I threw 7 interceptions and he got the tackles, but there's no way he... Oh, kickoffs. Okay, it had to be kickoffs. That had to be what it was. All right, 1 sack, had 2 interceptions. Stenerud had another one. Stenerud's having a good year. Davey had him 1. Look at that. 8 pass deflections. See, I'm not tripping, man. I can tell, like, I had people in place so many times. No fumbles, no tutties. I had people in place so many times to get an interception. They just did not catch it. They just swatting it down. So that was really weird. Anyway, 5-2. That's a good dub there. All right, so we got Oregon, Kansas State, Baylor. And then we go to App State and SDSU. Looking forward to that App State one, man. I ain't played dub in a while, so that one should be pretty cool. Got to get through these CPU games though, and try to stay up in the conference right now. Number 2 behind dub, so that's going. If I get through the conference, Oregon, Kansas State, I think was who it said I had to play, and SDSU. So if I get through all of those games, it'll be between me and App State for the conference. So if everything stays the same, looking forward to that. Right now, 15 in the nation. Hopefully we're able to move up a little bit more and make it to the CFP. We'll see. Anyway, appreciate y'all joining.